Hare, Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing? It's been about 3 weeks since I last podcasted, which I know I'm trying to keep on a regular schedule, but I was away. And then I came home and had to pick up where I left off before I left, and it was a little nuts. So I'm starting to regain control again and hopefully get back on a better schedule. I'm on show notes, but the show notes page I was on was like 3 months ago. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive right in because there is a lot to talk about. Let's just go through my cal-cals first because I want to get them over and done with kind of thing. Because again, a lot to talk about. I have my Whip It Good cal, which is basically what it is. Break out your whips, work on them. Frogging is included, all that. Rules are in the thread. That ends December 31st, along with the creature feature. I think right now it's like woolly animals, like woolly mammoth kind of thing. I don't remember. My brain is fried. It keeps farting, and I keep having severe squirrel syndrome. So please bear with me. But that also ends on December 31st. There is a Life Changes cal going. I have not closed the thread. It ended about 3 weeks ago. So let me pull up the posts, if I could remember how to do that, and then put it into random number generator. Okay. We'll do it live on air. This isn't live, whatever. You guys know what I mean. And there were a total of 17 images. So we have to go 1 to 17 because 17 images. Not chatter never gets included. It's just images. So let's go to random number generator. Alexa, please pick a number between 1 and 17.
Your random number between 1 and 17 is 14.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 was Allison Rosebloom. Boom. Yeah. Allison, shoot me a message. I don't remember if you're on Ravelry or not, so just let me know. You've won a pattern of $7 or less. Thank you for playing. Thank you for participating. And thank you for making my shawl. Thank you everyone who participated and did it. I hope you all enjoyed the knit. I feel it's like a fun knit. It's a fun, quick knit, but not boring. I'm going to write it down so I can ear burn you if I remember to do that. But yeah, there you go. Next up is the Tortoise versus Hare. I got to say, this year it's kind of slow and tapering out because I'm not doing as much smack talk as I usually do. And Talia of Pen, Hook, and Needles has been a little preoccupied. I mean, rightfully so. But it's still going strong and prepare to be demolished, Talia, because there's no way you're going to catch up in a month. The Tortoises are leading 62 to 19. 62 to 19. Now, that is between my group on Ravelry, Brittany's group on Ravelry, my group on Facebook, and email, because there are people that are emailing me with their projects. And on top of that, the PHN thread, Pen, Hook, and Needles thread on phnpodcast.freeforums.something. I don't remember. But yes, so I counted all the finished objects. The ones that are made in either Lady Fernicle Creations yarn or a Vitalia pattern are counted for double. And later on, you'll see something else that's going to be added to it. But there is still got a month to go. It ends September 30th. Bunnies, rabbits, hares. You got to come out of the woodwork if you want to let us have any competition. Because everybody is Team Tortoise, obviously, for obvious reasons. And there's only so many bunnies Talia can make in a given time. So there you go. So why don't we go to my upcoming along? Okay. This starts September 1st. I'm throwing that out there because it's in 2 weeks, essentially. September 1st starts the month of Back to Hogwarts. Harry Potter goes back to Hogwarts on September 30th. But I want to start at the beginning of the month for, obvious reasons. Basically, it's going to be a knit/read-along. There's going to be a part where you read along and knit. Now, the rules are basic. They're just very basic. You have to knit either a Harry Potter pattern or Harry Potter yarn. If you do both, it's a double entry. If you do any of my patterns with the Harry Potter yarn, it's a double entry. One of my patterns in particular is a Harry Potter pattern, and it's a Myrtle kind of day hat. That was named after Myrtle, Moaning Myrtle of Harry Potter. So that will get 2 chances. Now, here's the thing. We're going to have a thread. I'm going to have a thread for the read-along, and it's going to be no spoilers because I'm sure someone out there hasn't read the books that may or may not participate. There's going to be a thread for spoilers, and then there's going to be the thread for the knit-along. You do not have to read the books to participate in the knit-along. I'm saying that now. It'll just be more fun and understanding of why certain things are certain ways, like yarns, patterns, things like that with the read-along. And here's the big thing. Each book has a certain time frame to read. The first 3 books, you have 6 weeks to read each of them. So 6 weeks for one, then after that, the following 6 weeks is for the other, and then after that, the following 6 weeks is for that one. They're not clumped together. Each one has 6 weeks, which makes it basically 4 months, 4 or 5 months. So there you have it. Now here's the kicker that may or may not be, helping you or whatever. If you use a yarn that's specific for each book. Now the first book, Sorcerer's Stone, second book, Chamber of Secrets, third book, Prisoner of Azkaban, so on and so forth. If you use a colorway, that is geared towards those books, you get 3 chances at a prize. This is going to lead into something else with me, but there's that. Each theme will be announced and have, a new thread because it just makes it easier. And then at the end of the year, because this is going to be a year-long cal due to the fact that there's so much time given for the books. Books 4, 5, 6, and 7 are the larger books, and they're 400 plus pages. I know life happens. I know all of that. So those books each get 10 weeks each to read. So in those 10 weeks, if you do a pattern completed, I didn't say that. Completed in that theme of the book, yarn or pattern or whatever, you get 3 chances at a prize. There are a few patterns that do work well with all 7 books. There's not many, and you gotta really fish it out, and I may, if I have time, create a bundle. But I'm going to throw one out right now. I'm going to throw 2 out. There are 2 patterns that absolutely, positively work for all 7 books. One is the Hermione Everyday Sock, and the other one is Changing Staircases by Dragonhoard Yarn. Okay? Those 2 absolutely work for all 7 books. My hat, unfortunately, does not really start until book 2. That's when we are introduced to that character. You guys can wait 6 weeks, basically. However, if you do it in the first book, during the first book, you still get the 2 chances to win. Now, with that being said, I am going to go into some little bit of shop news. I am not going to show you the yarn yet, but because I've been on a dying, crazy, fanatical thing. Each theme, each book, I'm going to have a designated sock set for that book. So when I'm going to put up pre-orders now. Here's the thing. The one starting September 1st, I am not going to be in New York near my dye pots or anything to get them done before September 1st. I'm sorry my camera's doing that weird thing again. I leave for Florida on Tuesday. So I come back the 27th, which does not leave much time for it. So it's going to be a limited number because, like I said, I'm crazy. Each book is going to have a theme. So a mystery sock set, essentially. I will do sneak peeks of the colors, though. That's the only thing with book 1. Book 2, the pre-orders will be done 4 weeks before that one starts. So this way they could be done, mailed out, and you could have them ready to set go for that book. Those will qualify you for 3 chances at a prize, each one. Now, I am co-hosting this with Army Wife Knit Life Jessica. She is going to do it. Her rules are going to be completely different from mine, but we're definitely both doing the read along. If there are questions, because this is very, very, very detailed and very, very specific, feel free to message me, email me, do whatever, and I will get back to you ASAP. Also, I'm going to put the rules up probably this weekend at some point for the along, because I'm going to be gone from the 21st to the 27th. I'm going on vacation with my cousin. So, it's much needed. So there's that. But, again, these are very specific, detailed rules. Not like past ones. So if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. Facebook, Instagram, Ravelry. I am on Lovecrafts. I don't know if you can message people on Lovecrafts. Etsy and or my email. You guys got it here. So, or you could YouTube. But just let me know. Also with that, let me just double check. Yeah. Okay. With that, let's just go into shop news, and then I'll show you some of the stuff later on. I have currently 5 slots for an advent calendar. Now, I don't know if any of you seen it on Instagram or whatever, but I am doing a very small, very, very affordable advent calendar. And there's many reasons as to why I'm doing it at the price I'm doing it. I've only been dyeing yarn for 8-9 weeks now. What you've seen is more recent because I did some and I did not show anybody. So there's that. The other thing is I'm giving a little bit of option. Now I'm only doing 5. Well, 5 originally sold out, so I'm going to list another 5. But there are 4 different options. There's a 10 gram 12 day, a 20 gram 12 day, and then a 10 and 20 24 day. The yardage will vary, obviously, because one's 10 gram and one's 20 gram. But that's it. And a full skein on each of them. But that's it. There's no stitch markers. There's no swag. There's nothing. It's just yarn. And the prices vary between $45, depending on which one you get, $45 to $65. Now, again, depending on which one you get. With that being said, I know I'm completely underselling myself. I am not saying I'm not. I am acknowledging that because I did get some heat from some people. I know it's all out of concern and it's help, but my reasoning is I'm fairly new. I do not want to give customers a product that is dissatisfactory. Not that I would, I'm just saying not that I would, but I am very, 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 very new. And I know what it's like to not be able to afford certain things. And for me at this price, it's helping me get experience. And on top of that, have people participate in something that they may not necessarily be able to. Advent is a big thing with the yarn community. And there are a lot of Advent calendars out there. But some range from $100 to almost $300. And I'm not trying to undersell them. And I'm not trying to undermine. And I'm not trying to bring the market value down. I'm basing my price strictly on experience. Now, that's not saying that I'm bad at it, because you'll see, I have been working hard. But it's just because of the longevity of how I've been doing it. And that's it. But there are 5 slots only for 24-day, either one. And 5 slots only of 12 days. With that being said, if the 24 days sell out again, whether it be 10 or 20, I will take some from the 12-day and bring it down to the 24-day. You just have to message me and ask, and I will do my best to accommodate. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed. Like I said, the previous sales basically sold out. I think I have 3 in there currently of just 12 days. But I will be adding more on Friday. Well, I'll add more probably later today, but I'm doing a big shop update Friday. Okay, which you'll see with what. Okay, why don't we jump into the whips? I don't have many, but I want to, get started on the yarn. Okay. I'll start with this one because it's on top. In the Knit for Brains Kansas City Royals sock bag are my K-State. I don't even have that written on here. Are my Kansas State socks. The yarn is Yarn Jar in a custom colorway for Kansas State Wildcats. I am a Kansas State Wildcats fan. I am on the gusset decreases for the heel right now as we speak. But other than that, that's the yarn. See? This is holding a stitch, a drop stitch that I have to carry up later on. I didn't want to do it now. See? But there's that. This is what the yarn looks like in the gobstopper. I messaged her and was like, I kind of need you to, I'm missing a project bag. I kind of need you to make me special colorways. And she did. This one and my Kansas City Royals one she did for me. Okay. That's one. Next, I'm getting notified. In my Knit for Brains Red Riding Hood project bag. There it is. Are my Moana socks. I'm batting 1,000 tonight, people. I basically got through the gusset decreases and I'm on the foot of this one. This project has been on the needles for a year. I want to get it off. I'm sorry, I just had a 12-year-old boy moment. I want to get it off my needles. So I've been working on it even when I didn't want to. I'm enjoying the yarn. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I guess because it's been a long-standing whip that I'm like, because I'm getting all this pretty yarn and I'm making my own pretty yarn. So it's like, yeah. But this is coming to Florida with me so I can just get it done. And yeah, so there's that. Because yes, I do knit on the plane. No, I don't have a problem getting my needles through. I've even got signature needles through. They don't care. All right. Next up in my Ravelry sheep reeds bag. This is on the cover page of Ravelry. I believe this particular bag is sold out though. And I put my little L on it because I'm Laura. What? Okay. Anyway, is my Nashville socks. The yarn is Desert Vista Dye Works in the SSK exclusive Nashville Nights colorway. Now, I basically just cast it on. This is it. Only reason why I cast it on is because I split the ball already to go. Half of it's going to someone else. So I didn't want it to stay in the cake for long, so I just cast it on. The other one that's probably going to come to Florida with me because these are shorties. so I could get them done with. And I like scoured my stash to find the perfect mini for it, and they both have they both have stellina. This is a 75-25 stellina, and this has stellina in it, and it's a 75-25. I thought that was perfect. So there's that for the toe. I don't do the cuffs. I just do heels and toes in the contrasting color. I don't like the cuff in a different color. I'm very, 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 very weird. And we all know that I basically only do vanilla socks because I don't like patterned socks. There's just something about patterned socks that bore me. All right, it's not that they bore me, okay? I'm going to throw that out there. It's not that they bore me. I don't have any tonals or anything like that. I like heavy variegated yarn. I like heavy variegated yarn, and I like self-striping. Not all patterns are created equal. And they just don't work with heavy variegated yarns. I learned that the hard way, and I ended up frogging something like 8 socks. So, there's that. Okay. In my Gilmore Girls drawstring bag by, I don't remember. I thought it was in here. Oh, yeah, it is. Good Stuff Crafts is my Lorelei socks. The yarn is Crochet 1, Knit 2 in the colorway Lorelei. Again, this one got cast on because skein was split, and I just didn't want it staying in the cake. But there's that. I'm on the leg now, and these are going to be shorties, so it's, yeah. But that's the yarn. Okay. What happened was, Laura Brady of Knit for Brains and I are both, like, ridiculously big Gilmore Girls fans, and this is the mini I chose for my stash to go with that. We're both huge Gilmore Girls fans, and Knit 1, Crochet 1, Knit 2 rather, is doing a whole line of self-striping. Chewy is doing a whole line of self-striping Gilmore Girls socks. So I'm sorry guys, Chewy, with the shipping from Canada and stuff, it adds up and gets expensive. So we take turns buying a skein and splitting them in half, collecting them, and then shipping them to each other. So there's that. So that was the one that she sent me. I have 2 going to her now. I sent 2 already. There's 2 more I have to send her, which are in that bag that you'll see. But yeah, so that was cast on. I am not bringing that one to Florida with me. I'm probably just going to bring the DVD socks with me and the Moana socks. Okay. You know what? I'm going to show you okay. In my Knit for Brains blue canvas bag, this is her older style, her regular style canvas bag, is my, okay. I don't remember what I named this one. This one is Trey the Birdle. Trey, like le tray. You can't see it because it's a whip and it's a design in progress. And I'm going to get into that in a second. But the colorway, the yarn is Honeybee Knits in the colorway Ouch My Eyes, Rory's Green Sweater, and You Are Not Forgotten. These are the 3 colors. And there's some other colors thrown in too. But this Trey, the Birdle, is the bunny turtle. I don't have the finished one here with me. My niece kind of stole it, so I have to deal with that. I have to get it back for the photos. But, you will see something else. That is a design in progress. So while I'm at it, why don't I show you this one? This one is in my Knit for Brains, her new canvas bag with the handles, and it's Honeybee, the turtle bunny. And you'll see why. Basically, the colors are Sugar and Spice. This is the colorway Melissa created for me for my Potiversary, and I started this one. You could see that part of it, but that one is almost completely assembled. Excuse me. And Mickey Blue Eyes, and random pink I had in my stash. There's a few other colors, but I don't want to give away parts of the pattern. Not yet, at least. What happened with this pattern, it was supposed to come out on August 1st. What happened with the pattern is I had it off with a tech editor from the beginning of July. That's why I said August 1st it will be done, because I didn't think it was going to take 4 weeks to tech edit, because I'm fairly good with crochet patterns. So it really didn't need much editing. I just wanted to make sure, it was grammatically correct and everything like that. The format was okay and everything like that. I'm not giving out names, but the person, it's not the same person that tech edits my knitting patterns. Unfortunately, the person who tech edits my knitting patterns does not crochet, so she could not tech edit this pattern. So she had it for a month. The day that I was supposed to get it back and pay her, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't get to it, so it's not done," basically. And as I was trying to message her, email her, do everything in that month, I never got a response. So in essence, she ghosted me. So I didn't pay her. She still wanted, I didn't pay her. I'm not even going to get into the politics of that. I didn't pay her. So I had to find, immediately scrounge around and, just dig and find another tech editor. Fortunately, one of our PHN Crocheting Whovian family members has it and is tech editing it as we speak. So hopefully I will get it next week, and if not, it'll be out by September 1st. You guys will have a month to finish it. It is not big. You'll see it in a little bit. It's not big. It's not that big of a deal. Whatever. But it'll be there. Okay. So, I forgot that bag inside, so you can't see what's in it anyway, so it doesn't matter. In my Silver Shed USA large custom Kansas City Royals bag is a test knit. I'm going to show you the yarn. I don't remember the name of the colors. They're in the other room. I forgot the tags, but Hi, Brittany. That's who just texted me. Hi, Britt. I'm texting her back. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So Brittany is actually test knitting my design in progress for Advent. So she's talking to me about it. In here is a test knit for Rye Flower Knits. Melinda, she's a good friend of mine, and she put out a call out for test knitting this, and I fell in love with it. It's a shawl. It's a 2-color shawl. That is all I'm going to say about it. You guys will know when it's released, because I will do a giveaway, but these are the colors. And she's on Ravelry and Lovecrafts, if anybody wants to look up her patterns. They're both Malabrigo. But here you go. That's them. Can't see anything else. Sorry. And that's it on that one. And last but certainly not least is my Scrappy Happy blanket. And the yarn is just my random sock yarn scraps. I finished a full scrap. I'm basically following the way that Kay Jones did her Stitch in Time, but I'm doing it a little bit differently on my end because I'm not following the border, because I'm going to put them all together and then I'm going to do a crochet picot on it, because I always like the way that looks finished. I got the weave in the ends, but I finished one square. And basically these are all my scraps from different sock projects and different things. This one is Yarn Cafe Creations. I forgot the colorway. This is Lady Fernico Creations. This is No Makers. This is No Makers. This is No Makers. Miss Babs is right here. This is Dragon Horde Yarn. This is Hawari Bazaar Yarn Co. And this is Knit Picks Felici. I just got to weave in the ends. I started the second square, the second section. If I could find it in here, that would be a miracle. Here it is. Yeah. So here it is. I finished the first square in here. This is going to be all self-striping superheroes. This one is fresh from the cauldron in the colorway Captain America. This one is one of the superhero colorways from Desert Vista Dye Works. I actually got, and there goes the needle. I got a mini set from her, and I've been using that. But here's the rest of it. I work on this every Sunday, and whenever I just need a mindless knitting, which has been happening a lot lately due to the fact that my brain has just been so ridiculously cloudy. Oh, look, and here's a mini that I dyed. I'm going to have a whole block just with my yarn. I have a whole block ready going too, but it's not in there because I don't know what my needle went. Oh, there it is. Because that bag is getting awfully tight and I need to get a bigger bag. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's a signature needle. I don't want to lose it. But, what do you call it? Yeah, so there's that. And I have to get I'm trying to find a bigger bag. I put it on Laura Brady on the task to make one, and she's succeeded, but it's got my bulky weight, my Aran weight sweater in it that I'm not even going to bother showing you guys because basically all it is the collar. I haven't had a chance really to knit lately, and it's making me want to cry. All right, let's go on to shop news. Friday, I'll be doing an update. There will be sock sets in there. I'm going to show you some of the sock sets. There's 3 currently that I'm going to show you of each. However, one of them is already sold. She saw them last night. We were talking, and she's like, you got to put one on the side for me. So I agreed, and that's it. But these 3 are for fall, and they are repeatable, so I'm not worried. I can make more. But this is what it looks like reskeined with my new logo. Look at that. Look how cute that is. I haven't labeled it or anything, but this is it reskeined, and this is it not reskeined. I still got to take pictures, but this one is called It's Fall, y'all. This originally was supposed to be a Harry Potter colorway as I was doing it, and it did not scream to me Harry Potter. It screamed to me Halloween and fall and, all those things I do not like because I do not like fall. Even though my birthday falls October 4th, I don't like fall. I don't like cold. I don't like anything like that. The rainy, the wet, bleh, I don't like it. So, but that's it. But I'm in love with this colorway. And the mini is, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. True to light. Like that. It's a little bit of a variegated mini for heels, toes, and cuffs. But that's basically, ooh, perfect. Ooh, my lighting is perfect right now. But that's true to color. So there's those. Recipes written down, repeatable. Then there are these. That's not one of them. These 3. I haven't figured out a name of it. That's not true. I have, but I am changing it because I have something else in mind for the Harry Potter long. But these are I wear Spectral Specs. Luna Lovegood reference. So if you buy these, if you're lucky and fortunate enough to grab one, because there's only 3, you can use it for the Harry Potter long. But that's it, normal. And this is it reskeined. I don't want to make them naked because I can't stand scanning. I can't stand twisting these. My husband actually holds it as I twist it because it hurts my hands like a dope. This is basically right now a one of a kind. I know I can recreate it. I just have to sit there and do it. It's a little bit more time consuming, but this one's mine. If I can recreate it, I will. But this basically was supposed to be this. The yarn just took the dye differently, and it's a little bit darker. So, if anyone happens to snag one and actually wants it in darker, if it's not sold out, let me know. But as of right now, this one's mine. Listen, I started dyeing yarn because I wanted it for me. And, all that. It matches my hair somewhat. Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. This colorway is, yeah, okay. This colorway I made specifically for a lovely woman named Renegale. She had won it, and there's that. This is called Renegale. This is repeatable. And I will be making a sock set out of this, believe it or not. Why did I get this one naked and not the others? But yeah, this is called Renegale. It smells so pretty. It's everything I imagine Renegale to be, because she's so bright and bubbly and cheery and always cheering on from the sidelines. And I love it. Okay. Next up is a Angry Girl Purple Edition. Because if you look in the shop, there is a pink one, but now there's a purple one. I honestly don't know if I'm going to continue making this one, because this too is a little... The labor behind this one, I can't justify making charging you for what it does. So I have to figure out an easier way to do it, to recreate it, which I believe I have figured it out. So there's that. But it smells so pretty. I actually wash my yarn to get, make it smell pretty in baby shampoo, coconut. So it smells like the beach. So there's that one. And it's showing up true. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Obviously, you know my color palette. This one was an experiment. This is not going to be repeated. Again, experiment. I'm going to put it in as one of a kind. My nieces were here last weekend, and they wanted to dye yarn. So there's 2 more in there that you guys will see. But this was basically, hey, let's just throw a bunch of colors in the pot and see how it goes. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know how I feel about it. I haven't decided. I wrote it down, but I do not think it's going to be repeated. It is going to go in the shop as a one of a kind. I have a mini that could go with it as a sock set. So there's that. Okay. Oh boy. Here comes the pup. All right. And these 2 are my niece's creations. This one, my niece Caitlin, 4 years old, created. She just wanted blue and pink. And I threw in some gray, which you really can't see. But I did, so it wouldn't be like a gender reveal, basically. Because that's all it reminded me of. Yeah. This one, I am going to keep in the shop. This is the one my 10-year-old niece, Mary, made. I'm going to repeat it into the shop, and... wow. I still can't believe this child picked these colors and did this, because it is gorgeous. This is truly, truly gorgeous. Now, she picked the 2 colors, and I wanted to break up the dye in the pot. So I added a little bit of gray to it. And it broke the dye up, but it blended beautifully. You can see it right here. Okay. Like right there. And this is definitely repeatable. This is definitely going to go in the shop. But right now, I haven't done it because I've been focusing on sock sets and advent calendars. And I only have 4 burners, so it's a lot. But as far as that is all the dyeing that I have available to show you. Some, like I said, have been sold and sent out. Yeah. My shirts keep doing that. But there's that. All right, let me put them back in the bag, and then I'm going to show you finished objects. Because I have three finished objects. Who would have thunk it? How long have I been talking? Oh, it's only been 40 minutes. Okay, I feel like I've been here for 5 hours. Only 40 minutes. Okay. I'm going to show you 2 of the easy finished objects, and then I'm going to get into the last one. I finished socks. I finished my Kansas City Royal socks, and they're on my Knitting Left baseball sock blockers. And I finished the yarn is Yarn Jar in a custom colorway, Kansas City Royals. And I finished my Bomb Pop socks. The yarn is Whips on Sticks in her July mystery self-striping club. And it's on my Harry Potter, knitting left Harry Potter sock blockers. But there's those. I weaved in all the ends, and now I could take them off and wear them. But there's that. Okay. I do have some yarn in here to show you, but we'll get into that. That was sent to me and stuff. This is Bert, the turtle bunny. This is, say hi, hi. It's Bertle. Hi. Now, there are some things that are different between this one and the bunny. This one is a turtle dressed in a bunny costume. Now, the hat is detachable, but I put it with a hat so that the bunny ears, you could see that the bunny ears come off, kind of thing, like it's a costume, like Mickey ears or whatever. So cute. The bunny ears are attached to the hat. Now, I attached the hat to the turtle for several reasons. One being I have a dog that likes to sniff around and do things, and I didn't want him to be able to take the hat and run off with it. I have a niece that likes to play with the stuffies I make and lose parts of them or take them home. So I attached the hat to the turtle. However, in the pattern, it says you do not have to attach it. There's the shell. There's the tail. The difference between this one and the bunny is the shell is not permanently on their back. The shell is a backpack. And instead of the bunny tail being there, it'll be under the backpack. I will have detailed photos in the pattern, everything like that, once the weather cooperates for me to be able to take pictures. But that's it. That pattern will now be out September 1st, as soon as I get a chance to take pictures and the tech editor is finished with it and all that. I do have some purchased yarn that was purchased pre-Kansas, because now I'm really not buying anything, which is why I'm dying, because my medical bills are astronomical and all money literally has to go to that. So, which brings me to this. In my Etsy store, which hopefully I remember to put the link below, I'm having a D-stash. There will be more stuff added probably this Friday. Again, astronomical medical bills. I do have signature needles in there. They're DPNs, but at a reduced price, very reduced. Some, they're not really used. I really didn't use them. So some are brand new. Some may have been used. I'm not going to say they haven't, because we know how I like my signature needles. But they're like $20 or $30 cheaper than you get on the website, depending on which ones you get. There will be more yarn added to it. Now, some of this stuff was sent to me, and some of it I had purchased, but not much. I had purchased this for my husband for his for our anniversary in November, but I'm probably going to give it to him now. It is from the Goblin King Designs, which is Jared of the Cherry Pie Cottage podcast. He does handmade pans. Handmade pens, and this is one of them. Guys, I got to tell you, when you look at it, you think, oh my gosh, they're heavy because he carved them, whatever. No. I am debating on keeping this for myself because it fits nicely in my hand. It's good for women's hands, and it's very lightweight. I do recommend checking his shop out. His stuff is gorgeous. Gorgeous, and I'm not going to do it now, but there is a way to get refills for the pens, which I love. And they're not badly priced either. I mean, for handmade, hand-carved like that, yeah. I already told Jenny I want a deer antler one, and she's like, I've been begging him. So, Jared, I don't know if you watch. I doubt you watch. But if you watch, get on it. Sorry. I love you. Heart. Okay. So, this stuff was sent to me by Laura Brady of, Knit for Brains. She, like I said, we've been splitting skeins and stuff. That's where I got the Lorelei. And she sent me her leftovers of her Desert Vista Dye Works Pac-Man socks. So, I believe I sent, and I sent her on top of those Gilmore Girls colorways. I sent her Nomadics Oi with the poodles already. And she's so cute to me. She got me this at Stitches Midwest because I was drooling over this when they posted their update. And it's from Bumblebee Acres. And it is Rainbow Fish. I see a shawl out of this in my near future. And it's probably going to be a waltz shawl. Or maybe I could do a life changes out of it. I don't know. Ooh. Okay. Endless possibilities, y'all. Okay. These two I have to cake up to send to Laura because they're Gilmore Girls colorways. And this is Chilton, if I remember correctly. This is from Crochet 1, Knit 2. And this is Chilton. It's a Gilmore Girls reference. And this is I Smell Snow. Both Gilmore Girls references. I'm going to leave those out because I got to cake them so I can send them out in the mail tomorrow. My lovely, gorgeous, amazing, talented friend, Kim Goody. I got a Miss Goody. I'm feeling goody. Sorry. Because I have a Miss Goody. Okay, I'll stop. Hi, Kim. She was lovely enough to get me these. Now, this one is an exclusive to her yarn shop that she works at. I needed to have it because it screams Harry Potter. And it's called Dancing Queen. But it screams Harry Potter. So I needed to have it. And then there's this one from Quarry Fibers that she sent me. And I'm in love with it. It's self-striping. Duh, obviously. And it's a Harry Potter one. So this one will definitely be casted on within that year frame. And it is called Potions Class. This is from my Harry Potter club from Bumblebee Acres. And this month was Honeydukes. And it comes with a little button. It's very pastel-y. I'm really not 100% with pastels, but I dig this one because the green is a little bit brighter. Pastels to me are too muted. My hair is getting on my nerves. That's why I keep playing with you guys. These are from Teeny Button. One is my Harry Potter color club, and this one is Sneakoscope, and it's from July 2019, Harry Potter. This one is not a Harry Potter. It's technically a Harry Potter colorway, but it's not Harry Potter Club, and it's to celebrate Harry's birthday, and it's Birthday at the Burrow. Look how, oh my God! Robin, I don't know how you do this. And then there's this one, and it's called the Voodoo Queen. It's purples. You know how I am with purples. Purples are the only colors I could afford to get muted, because other than that. A while back, when all the controversy happened with Ravelry, and I'm not getting into that, I'm not sharing an opinion on it. It is what it is. It happened. I'm moving on from it. Lemonade Shop was running a coupon for 20% off with a swear word in it. I'm not going to say it on here, but it's expired since. But I've been sitting on this skein for a very long time, and with the 20% off, I was able to afford it. So I got it, and it finally came. And it's Lemonade Shop, and the colorway is Truly Outrageous. Jam! We're truly outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. Sorry. And while I was in Kansas, I had a half day at the clinic. So they let us, leave early or whatever and roam and go out and about and tour the town. I was in Overland Park, which is where the clinic is. So I drove a little ways away, and in Overland Park was I Googled it, obviously, was a cute little yarn store, which is where I got the Malabrigo for that shawl, because I got that shawl while I was in Kansas, so I wanted to start it right away. I got that Malabrigo with the needles, because I had to buy needles there, because I didn't have the needles with me. But everywhere I go, I try to get, if I go to a yarn store, I try to get a local dyer's colorway. And usually yarn stores have that. So I tried and I succeeded and I got it. And this one, and he's on Etsy, and it's a guy with 2 needles. And the colorway is Venus. It is a 75-25, 462 yards, and I love it. It's a little tightly wound, So the yarn is a little bit choking, but I'm gonna just take it out anyway. But yeah, that's it. You can find them on Etsy. I gotta tell you, his colorways are amazing. They are amazing. And there's one that's on Etsy that I wish was in the shop that day because I would have gotten that one. But that's it on royalties and shop update. But I got a little special gift in the mail. And, oh, Davina, I'm writing you back. I just wanted you to know. It's just been a little hectic couple of weeks, but I am writing you back. With that letter that I got from Davina, I got my hat from Talia. And it's a turtle hat. This was the challenge from last year. I let her choose whatever she wanted to do. I let her, whatever, you know what I mean. Because, you know, her health, she's just been a roller coaster for her, just, you know, and I don't want to stress her out or impact it in any way. So I say, you get something done, and you choose. Well, she chose this, and it's turtle hat. The fun part of it is that this is the colorway that Marlisha created for me for my Podiversary last year. Now, with that, I have to say is I am using those colors in a design in progress. So that's why you guys haven't seen it, because I have so many designs and progresses on the needles, because as soon as the idea comes in my head, I put it into fruitation. But with everything happening with the dyeing of the yarn and me releasing advent calendars and all that, I've been a little preoccupied, and going back and forth to Kansas, I've been a little bit preoccupied. That's why you guys haven't seen a design. And plus, all of my designs are basically on the back burner because I need something done immediately. But she made me this lovely hat, which is so cute. I can't stand the camera because it's backwards. Anyway, but there's, okay, there's that. See? Look how cute it is. I want to learn color work just so I could do something like that. But yeah, that's that. And I love it. Thank you, Talia. Thank you, everyone. And I guess that's about it. If you have any questions or anything, especially about the Harry Potter along, just email me. Same thing with the shop. If you have any questions or whatever, email me. I have the prizes for Tortoise versus Hare are just about done coming in, and there's that. I'm specifically drawing prizes from Team Tortoise and Team Hare. I'm going to, mostly because they're geared towards Team Tortoise or Team Hare, some of the prizes I got. But they're pretty much all come in by now, and they're done. I'm not showing you guys yet. Probably on the next podcast, because it's going to be closer to the finishing. I'll be back should be 2 weeks, because that'll bring us into the first week of September, and then 2 weeks after that is the week before I go back to Kansas. And then my birthday. But yeah. As far as health is for me, I officially have lost more than the weight I gained since last September with my binge eating. And when I say more, about 6 pounds more. I am within less than 10 pounds away from the weight I was prior to my hospital stay, prior to them taking the lap band out. I got a little bit ways to go, but I'm happy. I am succeeding and doing all that. So there's that. And this somehow melted and got bent. That's it. But any questions, concerns, comments? This reminds me, sidebar. The other day, I had put a post on Instagram where I basically was very ugly, and to a designer, because I had commented saying that it's unlawful for a designer, to tell someone what to do with their yarn. Meaning, and this is 100% true, I want you all to look it up, it's 100% true, that once you get the pattern and you knit a product from that pattern, it is now your product. The end product is your product. The pattern is not. So you are free to do whatever you want to do with the product, not the pattern. And she had put things all over her pattern page, in the pattern, everything, that you cannot sell finished object. You can. And the first message I got from her basically was her telling me that I'm wrong, and it's because of people like me that designers don't get their credit and da-da-da-da. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I'm a designer. I know what I'm talking about. And she basically got upset because I'm American and she's Canadian. And blamed it on America's laws and everything like that. It's natural copyright laws. It's not just American, but that's besides the point. I, unfortunately, had a little bit of a brain fart and posted on social media our basic Ravelry message exchange. And that was very wrong of me. It was a moment of bad judgment, and I immediately pulled it, not because I was worried about backlash, but because, quite frankly, I stand by my convictions, and what I said is how I feel. But I did not want it to turn into this whole thing, like us versus them, or whatever the case may be, me versus her. And it is not in my character to basically throw shade and drama and things like that. So I say within 5 minutes of posting it, it was removed. And for anyone who saw it and saw my ugliness in that moment, I want to apologize, because that is not the person I am. I was having a very bad day, a very weak moment, and unfortunately, that's how I dealt with it. It's been taken care of. I messaged her one last time because she just wasn't getting it into her head that I was not being rude to her by saying that it's unlawful. She's since removed all her patterns from Ravelry because of people like me and all that. I did not say anything wrong to her. I did not leave a nasty comment. I just stated the truth. Basically, a designer cannot tell you what you can and can't do with your items, your yarn, because essentially you own your yarn, you own your time, and you own your needles. So a designer cannot tell you the object you make from their pattern. They can't tell you what to do with it. Quite frankly, if somebody made any one of my patterns and sold them at a craft fair, a farmer's market, Etsy, Timbuktu, I don't care. That's actually a compliment to me as the designer, because you find my product to be useful for all. Unfortunately, she did not see it that way. And she took it as me being nasty to her. And I told her the truth. I said, I've made her item. I've sold her item to people who don't knit, but saw mine and wanted mine. I don't work for free. Let me correct myself. I don't work for free for non-knit-worthy people. So, yeah, I charged them. And I flat out told her, because that is the truth. And I wanted her to know that, because I know she doesn't want people to do it. So I was owning what I've done. And she did not take it that way. I'm not making myself out the victim, because I'm by far not the victim. There is no victim in this situation. But I did want to apologize to anyone who saw my poor behavior in that moment. And I promise nothing like that will ever happen again. I will use better judgment, which is basically it. Yeah. So that's it. I will have a shop update on Friday. Any questions, concerns, comments, you guys know how to reach me. But other than that, that's it. Yeah. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Have a good 2 weeks. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, guys.